Hi, my name is Zach Valley, and today we'll be installing an Emonix system on this water softening system. This is a two-tank system, and these systems run in an alternating fashion, and for this reason, we'll be installing our Emonix system to take care of that. So this is an Emonix system that's already been set up with the plumbing and already been mounted on the wall. The first important thing when you're mounting it on the wall is to use the mounting brackets right here in these four corners, and those dimensional specifications can be found in the manual. The second thing, after you set this system on the wall, is to input your sensor. Now the sensor should be handled delicately and with care to ensure that the tip at the end is not damaged. What you're going to want to do is insert the sensor into the sensor pin, like this, and insert it far down until there's less than an inch of black sensor body sitting above the sensor pin. This is to ensure that the sensor will be fully submerged in the water and you'll always be getting good results. Now the next thing is to connect that sensor fitting to the Emonix controller. Now this is on this right panel of the Emonix controller, and you can find where these inputs and connections are in your user manual. Now this sensor fitting connects using a BNC connector, and that's labeled on the Emonix controller panel. Now the next thing that you're going to want to do is connect the flow meter connections. Now right here, we have a Emonix cable that connects the flow meter cable, and this you will insert through the Emonix outward hole, and then you will place that into the first flow meter connection, and that will determine which water softener is considered to be water softener number 1. For water softener number 2, you will take the second flow meter cable and you will insert that into the second flow meter connection on the side of the Emonix controller. After you've connected your flow meter cables and your BNC cable for the sensor, you want to connect the Ethernet cable for the network to ensure that Emonix can connect to the network. You'll take the Ethernet cable and you'll plug it in right here to the Ethernet input. After inputting with the Ethernet, you're ready to power on your Emonix system. From there, you will be taking the power adapter, which has already been connected to the power source, 120 volts AC, and then you'll be inputting this DIN connector into the Emonix controller right here at the top side. Once that's in, the Emonix controller will be powered on and will automatically begin functioning, and the solenoid valves will begin to run water through the system. Now you'll be connecting the PEX connections to the left side of your Emonix system. You can see on the left side that they're labeled hard and soft. For your Emonix system to function, you'll need one input from a hard water input that remains constant, and one input from a soft water reading that comes from both of your water softeners or comes from the building's mainline soft water supply. These can be found on this left side here, and you can simply push the PEX connections into the fittings as such. And then on the right side, to ensure that the Emonix system can drain its water after it has already tested it, we'll include a PEX fitting or a drain hose connection from a hose bar on the right side of your system. This ensures that the Emonix can drain its water properly and it will not spill in this area. Right here is where we've connected to, on this water softeners, soft and hard water connections, for example. Not all water softening systems will look exactly like this, and many won't look nearly like this. What this system is this has a soft water pressure tap and a hard water pressure tap. What we've done is we've connected off of this soft water test tap using a T and expanded this to connect using an Emonix system. And then off the hard water test tap, we're using a PEX connection to connect to our Emonix system as well. Using these two connections, we can determine when this water softener will be near its regeneration and determine exactly when to regenerate that water softener. This is one example of a PLC controller for a water softener, and this is how we've connected to this water softener using our Emonix E-Link ports and the Emonix controller. What we do is we run one E-Link cable from the Emonix controller in through the water softener controller to an E-Link adapter board, and then using the flow adapter cable, we've connected this to the inputs on the PLC controller where the existing flow meter controller was actually connected to. Using this, we can read what flow is going through your water softeners, and we can control when your water softener is regenerating. This is another example of a water softener controller, and this specific model is a GE Emonix. Now, you can see that we've connected our flow meter board directly to where the flow meter cables were coming in from the flow meter. Using this, we can determine when the flow is increasing and when to regenerate the water softener. Another feature that we have on this specific water softener is our regeneration indicator. Now, this regeneration indicator cable right here uses the existing hardware on the GE Emonix controller in addition to a close contact relay to determine when the water softener is regenerated. This is due to the fact that this softener has one flow meter, and in order for us to determine which softener is active at the time, we need to know when the system is regenerating. Now, by doing this, you should consult your water softener controller's wiring diagram and figure out where exactly to make that connection.